Hey guys, Zoid the Hollow Knight here, and welcome to something I'm going to be doing alongside Pokemon for a bit. And as much as I should restart the game for you guys, because I just got this game, I'm just going to use the gear I was using through the story. I will show off everything you need to do, but for the most part, I'm going to let you kind of experience the beginning cutscenes yourselves, honestly. Let me... Actually, 150. Well, okay. I guess things will go a little faster in early game what I've been doing. So, but for now, welcome to Monster Hunter. I'm gonna let the most part for you guys go through the tutorial yourselves as much as I normally would show off the tutorial. Tutorial of this game takes a while, and bless, I gotta get through this game before Sunbreak comes out. But yeah. We'll start with something a bit simple, such as gathering. Okay, to pretty much explain this game, you have different types of quests you'll do. I'm gonna do one of these, so I'm gonna do the slang quest here, which is pretty much kill a certain amount of enemies within 50 minutes. So, oh God, sorry guys, my allergies are killing me right now. But yeah, you're pretty much this hunter for the most part, and your goal is to pretty much, well, it depends on the game. But this game, it's to simply save the world, quote unquote. So yeah, I kill these guys in one hit because of my upgraded weapon. This game pretty much you can carve from monsters, which you beat these monsters to get more parts to make better and better gear. Economic life, those things give you better stamina. That blue icon means I'm using a subquest. We'll get into what hunting a large monster will be like a bit once I come across one of them. But because I already have the cutscenes for some of these areas, I'm actually just going to quickly show them in this part as well. Because again, this is just part 1 to my re-journey through Monster Hunter Rise. Now, you might be wondering, why do I say re-journey, I guess, even though that probably makes absolutely no sense. Pretty much, second time playing this game, but however, on an entirely different system. I first played the game on Switch, now I play it on Rise. I play it on PC now. Now, either way, again, sorry for any background noise you may hear. My mic is stupidly sensitive. But yeah, currently the weapon I am currently choosing to wield, to, I guess, my friend's surprise, is a switch axe. Pretty much, you have there's crazy combos you do and stuff. That's a nice wire bug move right there. Wire bugs are pretty much your way of moving. If you played the old games, I'll say this now since we're in the new world since we're in the new generation of Monster Hunter, aka the new world. Everything in this game has a bit of a speed buff, yourself included. Pretty much, I have a Palamute here and a Palico. You can ride your Palamute to traverse the land a lot quicker. And it's also just nice to have a nice battling partner. Those guys, Spirit Birds. Spirit Birds are pretty much your way of buffing up in this game, because in this game you actually don't have your maximum health and stamina right as soon as you start. For those coming from Generations, this game is going to seem a little weird, but also much easier right away. And that's because, honestly, this game is a little easier. But at the same time, it has its difficult moments. Especially since everything works differently in this game. Well, not everything, but okay, well, weapons and stuff actually feel a lot different. I haven't tried this weapon in Generations just because I don't want to literally take too much time to try to learn something I do want to play. Oh, oops, wait, no. Oh, there we go. So we're going to quickly rush over, do some little drifting action here. Now, I'm pretty sure, as you guys could see by like the way how I guess the buttons on screen there, I'm actually using a controller doing this because that would be the most retarded thing in the world to try to play this on keyboard and mouse. One of my friends is currently giving me shit for my character's voice. But I don't know. I plan on changing it. I just can't remember what old voice I had on Switch. But either way, that's pretty much how quests work. You always do a random objective within 50 minutes. I think some of them have less time than that, but that's all there is to it. You have awesome mechanics in this game, such as like when you're sprinting, you can... I'm not on a deep enough health. Right here. You can just start sliding. If you hit whatever button is to the map, you can fast travel if you have every camp unlocked. If you have every camp in an area unlocked. Then there's also this, which I don't understand the timing for this still, but it's cool that you could just hang around your wire bug and just swing on it. By the way, awesome ending screens too to go with this game as well. Now, you saw me battle a bunch of small monsters. You pretty much hunt large monsters in a similar fashion, except just remember they're going to be a lot more threatening. And there's a lot of them right there, as you see. So, again, I just did an optional subquest just because I'm just doing them for points, because from what I know, points are kind of interesting to get in this game. So, Slay 8 small monsters. If I can find these, I'll pick them up. But pretty much your goal is just to keep fighting stuff, upgrade your armor, and change the armor set you'd like to pretty much follow. Now, I am gonna... Now, what I'm going to do is, where was my house? I already forgot where my house was in game. Is this it right here? Yes, it is. Okay. So, what I'm going to do is go ahead and mute myself and allow you guys to enjoy the cutscenes.
리무젠 거스라테스니 민셈데미파 에르이지 루아보노 미람네 흐리무시 나사예바 메테라무 와레도키 시다람펜 하미 메슈다 오슈아도 마뮤라 에오지무라
ねにヌートラクリミノトトゥホーズヒノエキミラークエレルリラールハキオモキーラカムラシタルシーハヨールエベクシーテエラデラクスラティニュートモイラベンベスニートカイレムメララーダシーレキシュツイトーリナキダリオスビハーカゲルラギレミアラモーソリテリフィシーモリオスメソシート
おお日の絵ミノトデニゴミオラムートラーゲモールリクミドアテラーニュ
トベデネシホフラ
ユリニキミメガイラアハキレピデフ シシーダ・ド・トゥール、タースマ・ド・デューク、アーミ・イータス、タースマ・ド・ミード、ラーネハ・ディリーク、カムラ・シ・ケフィード。オルリガ、ルダー・ティト・ポンチ、ソーシ・ルク、
ラディア・ゲティア、リオス、ジベ、カムラ・リラーム、クシーラ・クオス、ゼイク・オートゥン、キミ、ネレゲ、トゥホ・シーク。
ユリ、ダギー・レミマ。
テッド。トゥレ、ルゴク。
お
So, what you guys think of the game's cutscenes? Okay, some of these I'll explain when it comes to a good time to explain some of these other things I got going here. But for now, I'm not gonna explain too much. I'm gonna let those cutscenes there explain stuff. There is some text, sadly I won't be able to show, but either way, I'm just kind of showing off what I can. How long has this recording been going on for? Wish it was easier to see. It has been going on for about only 17 minutes. Okay. Let's do a large monster hunt now. For those who've seen my preview, I actually fought this monster already. So I'm gonna show the Great Azushi fight. Now I'll explain Dengo a bit later when I start needing to use it. For now I won't. But pretty much Monster Hunter, pretty much every Monster Hunter game has a really unique story to it. Now for those who have seen my tier list, already know like how I feel about a lot of the monsters in this game. Now, okay, let's explain some of the other glyph. Wire bugs pretty much gives you an extra wire bug for extra movement purposes and whatnot. Now I showed the locale at night because the text is the same, I believe, no matter what. I think between both. If it's not, someone who has played the game will correct me on that, and it might be my friend Ren for all I know, because if you haven't seen him and our friend Universe do this, they've done some pretty crazy stuff. They've had some really funny clips, especially watching whether it was Ren and Universe getting eaten by Rajong, or them just watching Magna Mallow fight Kushala Daora. But either way, those monsters we'll get to a bit later. Spirit birds, pretty much collect them along the way. Mostly, the ones you end up wanting the most is stamina and health, being yellow and green. Pick up random stuff along the way because you can get better stuff out of it. For example, honey turns normal potions into mega potions. Herbs give you normal potions. You can also use honey to turn normal first aid meds into first aid meds plus. Why does that make me go so far forward? I just want to cut the grass because you can get spirit birds out of that. Stop swinging, please. Now, for those that don't know, again, this is a weapon I would say is something I would enjoy playing. I actually have never played Switch Axe just because it seemed like kind of a hassle to learn. But this is actually a bit easier than expected. But then again, who knows? Maybe there's some things I don't know about it. I have to thank my friend Universe for kind of giving me some basics about it because he's played it before. Oh yeah, one more thing. You can really almost never completely always have more than 2 wire bugs, just because the third one always will fly off eventually. Now, on these maps, in these open world maps, you can find notes and stuff, which... Am I going to show all the locations of them? To be honest with you, I'm not going to, but what I am going to do is do my best to find them all off screen, unless I happen to run into it while doing this. But I will do my best to find them all off screen and show off stuff. Okay, Puppet Spider is interesting, which will get into the whole... I don't think I can ride this monster in this first mission. Well, I think I can, but we'll get into that in a sec. That's a Blastoise. Pretty much, Blastoise equals free explosion damage, which, for those that don't know, Blast-type weapons are some of the best weapons. Now, I know I really don't need to be going around and grabbing all these spirit birds and whatnot, but I want to kind of make the fight go a little quicker than normal. Now, what I will do is try to show off this Puppet Spider. Place it down, it pretty much puts the monster in a rideable state, which, what you want to do is attack the monster, or just hit whatever button it is. Then what you can end up doing with this is that you can use these monsters to attack other monsters, but if it's just one, just launch them into the wall and regain your footing using B, or using your evade button, and just keep launching them into the wall until eventually, the third time you launch them... Oh. Okay. I didn't think I could do that more than 3, okay. But yeah, pretty much, so you'll put them on the ground for a bit, and you end up doing some crazy stuff to it. Now, monster parts are breakable. Usually, more times than not, you usually want to, like what I was trying to do, you might want to try sever tails of monsters, because they're probably the hardest pieces to get usually. Now, that was a fire beetle I just threw, but I don't think it matters because we're in a water-based area. Now, hit zones on monsters is different for each monster, so meaning, what I mean by hit zones is that pretty much good places to hit said monster. But these are also spots where you can be very likely to bounce off of it. Now, because this is almost dead, say it's weak for capture, what I'm going to do is show off one of my favorite things. That is... Which... When my friend Universe, like when I first did that, I legit didn't know what I was doing there at first, because I didn't even know what that was at first. But yeah, that's Elemental Discharge with Switch Axe. There's a lot to go over. Now, this thing, puts it down, it heals you. And I know this Blast does a free explosion. Takes a bit to charge up, but that does a lot of damage. So yeah, even after you beat, you can cover off parts, you can knock off parts, which is sometimes what those shiny things tend to be. But yeah, pretty much the game is kind of as, well, as a veteran, this is kind of as simple, but obviously it's pretty complicated, because there are, what, like 11 weapons in the game, I think? Well, I wouldn't say 11. I actually don't remember how many there are. It's a lot of stuff, and also, you have Hunter's Notes. This is a good way to show off monsters. I hunted 5. These are the hit zones. Element and blight damage, and parts you can get. Hunter's Notes are good to look at before going into quests, or sometimes during the quest to remember how you get certain things. Sorry if I accidentally hit my mic. That's how it be sometimes. Now, pretty much you get a bunch of parts. Your buddies can level up. Now, I will say one thing: the multiplayer in this game. I'm not going to be showing off too much of the hub quest. I'll usually be, if I decide to show those off, I will be doing them with a friend, unless I decide to do them solo. But otherwise, it's usually going to be with friends. Now, I'm not going to talk about too much of every monster. I showed off Azuros. Azuros is as kind of as simple as the fight follows. Just be careful, because you are capable of bouncing off its arms with yellow sharpness. And speaking of that, I should go over that now, before I forget. So weapons, there are, let's see, 14 weapons in the game. We have Greatsword, Longsword, Sword and Shield, Dual Blades, Gun Lance, Lance, Hammer, Hunting Horn, Charge Blade, Switch Axe is what I'm currently using, Insect Glaive, which is my personal favorite weapon in this game, Light Bowgun, Heavy Bowgun, and another great weapon of my choice is Bow. Each of these weapons have a different learning curve. Greatsword is something I might try to get back into because this is my very first weapon I played since Monster Hunter 3. Actually, even though 4 was my first game, I always used Greatsword, and I always used a Greatsword. I never used anything else at the time. I really should take the time to learn this weapon. I just feel like I think Switch Axe, the one problem I do have with it is that it's really slow, except this one suffers a lot more from the slowness. But who knows? What is that? I don't even know where you get that from, but okay. But yes, longsword. I'm just gonna have my friends go over this weapon, considering these guys play this weapon more than I do. I'm just gonna have them go over it when I record with them. And if they haven't gone over it themselves, I'll have them go over this because I don't really know an easy way to explain this. Even though I will just say it's mainly the counter game, and this is probably maybe the most skill-heavy base weapon? I don't know. This weapon is... Actually, no, I think Charge Blade is the most skill-heavy base by far. Sword and Shield is a... Well, as they said, you pretty much have... you pretty much use your sword and your shield for battle. You can use your shield for blocking or to attack. But this is kind of a interesting... This is an interesting weapon, to say the least. It's a... I would say a both offensive and really good defensive weapon to use. I would say this is one of the best. People say this is like one of the best weapons for starting out, but who knows? Maybe it is. For me, I just straight up went into Greatsword, which is one of the harder weapons to learn because of the fact it's a slow weapon, but it does chunky damage. The most boring weapon in this game by far, the Lance. I'm gonna be honest with you. Maybe in this game it's actually kind of fun, who knows, but I'm not going to give you shit for those who play this weapon. I just don't find this very fun. Like, this weapon just has a very unfun playstyle. I'm going to go to Dual Blades before going to do this. Dual Blades is the fastest attacking weapon in this game, by far. And as Dual Blades, you're probably going to bounce off of a shit ton of stuff. My friend Ren tells me that that happens, but either way, it's a weapon that does require a bit of learning to use and just management of your own health and stamina. Gun Lance. This is a literal, like, in terms of gameplay, in terms of playing it with gameplay, this is literally just a better Lance. It's actually kind of funny how this works too, so, yeah. Hammer. My friend Universe, I think I might have him go over this because, again, he plays this weapon, I do not. I don't, so... But pretty much all I have to say is good blunt damage, very good for stunning, for kind of keeping enemies locked. Hunting Horde is support. Now, support may sound terrible, but in this game, holy freaking shit, is it actually something... It's actually something quite fun. In fact, I actually may pick this up, maybe. I don't know. Switch Axe. I kind of briefly went over it. You have a meter. Charge up your meter to get your, I guess, your glowy axe, and then elemental discharge, and then just attack with elemental discharge. Now, I don't know if Charge Blade is just Switch Axe with a shield. Like, I don't know what this weapon is. I don't get it either. It's a really complicated weapon to learn. And Set Glaive is probably one of the most fun weapons to use. In fact, it's the most agile out of all the melee. Actually, between this and Dual Blades, I don't know what's more agile, but this actually has a good amount of mobility. Whether it's jumping in the air and attacking monsters with ease and whatnot, it's quite fun. This weapon rarely bounces off of stuff too, especially if you're fighting stuff in the air. But even on the ground, this weapon actually is really cool. I think it's the lowest damaging of the melee weapons, like in terms of like how much damage it can deal in within time period, but it's still good. Light bowgun and heavy bowgun, as one of my friends puts it, third-person shooter. These weapons are probably really good as long as you know how to use them. I personally just don't desire to use these, honestly. Like, they look interesting at least, but if I'm gonna play a ranged weapon, I'd much rather play the bow, because at least with the bow, I at least have to get somewhat close to into the fight too. So I actually have to put like quite a bit of skill into this one. The bowgun, sure, there's some skill learning curve into it, but not as much as the normal bow, and it's just the sad part. But either way, That's weapons. Armor, you can forge armor to get different stats, resistances, and equipment skills. Now, equipment skills. Let's kind of talk. I'll go over some of these. Let's go. Divine Blessing has a chance of reducing damage that you take. I think Wirebug Whisperer is you getting back your Wirebugs quicker. I have no idea what Heroic says. I will have to ask a friend on that. Critical Eye is as simple as it gets. High critical chance. Wall Runner, I believe, is less damage as you run up walls. Hunger Resist, I think that means less stamina is lost from over time. I don't know what I know Recovery Up is more health. I don't know what those two in the middle are, though. I think Geologicalist is actually, hold on. Let me see. Guides you for extra points. Increase consumed herbs. Heroics. Increase. Oh, okay. When your health drops below a certain point, you do more damage. Defense boost is as simple as it gets. Peak performance is when your health is full. Guard reduces knockback and stamina depletion when guarding. Stamina charge speeds up stamina recovery. Item prolonger, I think, just keeps effects on for longer. Attack boost is as simple as it gets. Quick sheath is also kind of simple. Stun resistance means you don't have to worry about getting stunned by a lot of stuff, and it just reduces how long it lasts for. Nope. Constitution. Oh, reduces stamina depletion when doing stuff. Ice attack is simply ice damage. It's simply if you have ice damage. And then sleep resistance is just the resisting to falling asleep. Fortify attacks defense when you fall in battle. It will just increase it. Counter Strike increases attack after being knocked back. Diversion draws the monster attention to you more likely. Infinity Sliding. What is this? Oh, sliding increases your critical chance for a slight time. That's cool. Yeah, but all of these will kind of just go over as it happens. Now, how long is this? Now let's see. I know that took a while to explain. Let's see how long the video's been going on for. I'm like sure I'm actually unmuted. Okay, good. This has been going on for. Okay, no, we'll do a few more of these HR2 hunts. We'll hunt a Great Baggy. I'm just gonna hunt large monsters usually in video usually. So. Great Baggy. I really need to remember to mute earlier before starting these cutscenes, at least for new monsters. Now, right now we actually have another monster on the map, that is Lagombi. We will fight him a bit later though. For now, what I'm going to do is just collect a few stamina spirit birds and then quick travel over to the Great Baggy. Maybe I'll grab a fire beetle along the way. Oh, these little guys. I believe this is critical boost, and then that green one obviously heals you. There's a gold one somewhere on the map as well. Like, I don't see it appear very often, but it does appear on the map, and that just seems to increase, like, everything. So what we're gonna do is just run around this. Not pick up some of these. Pick up everything as I go, because you never know when you're gonna need it. Like I will say, pick like everything up, like most things up in nature, because you're probably never gonna know when you're gonna need it again. Lunch berries, that's piercing ammo. I'll take the trap bugs. No, where's the bat? Okay, there he is. There was only one? Okay. I will take this poison toad though. I missed it. No. Now, I do want to talk about one thing about some of these monsters in the first place. One thing you're going to notice, some of them are... This is a weaker large monster, so it isn't exactly a hard one. But, I'll be real. My thoughts on the Great Baggy are as simple as I mentioned in the tier list video. I don't like the Great Baggy as much as I like the Great Azuchi. Or the Great Rogri, for that matter. Even though a Sleeping Monster has a pretty cool gimmick alone, I just feel like this monster just doesn't get as much use out of it. So you like other... Right now I'm just mainly just trying to get my meter going. Wirebuck Spill, go. Oh my. Oh, by the way, my Palamute's not that strong, neither is my Palico. Well, my Palico is doing a lot of damage because he's throwing bombs. But yeah. I will say it now. I like this game, but I can at least acknowledge the fact that this is a lot easier than like other Monster Hunter games that I played. Like, sure, I didn't get back into Monster Hunter until I played Generations again, but because it's been a very long while since then. But I'll be real. It's easy for me to acknowledge the fact that this is clearly easier. In fact, it's probably a lot easier than World. And World may not... Well, okay, I wouldn't say easier than World because that's a bad example. World is actually a very hard game. One of the monsters I fought in that alone proved that point. Ugh. But said monster, I am so sad. I feel so bad for. Now, let's see if I can do this on time. Tap it. Okay, let's see if I can hold this. Can I hold it? Please, let me hold it. Yes. Yes, okay. Yeah, that's a way to quickly just skip the cutscene and just go straight into another quest. Now, I'm gonna be, because this is the first episode, I'm just gonna be doing a lot in this episode. So you know what? We're gonna go through another quest and then do the urgent quest. So one sub quest can be reported. Actually, you know what? I should probably go over something. Quest. If it says slaying, that means you have to kill the monster. If it says capture, you have to capture. If it says hunt, you do either or. Now, do I have any traps? I don't think I do. Because I actually do want to show off me capturing a monster. Do I seriously not have any traps? So, pretty much, if you're going to capture something, you obviously need traps. Let me... No. Auto sort, there we go. You need a trap, you're going to need trank bombs. But yeah. Simple as that. I'm not going to be able to set up an item set yet because I don't have all the items I would use for it, so... Maybe a bit later. For now, Lagombi. God damn it, hiccups. God, I love this monster. By the way, if there's any lag in the video, I I am sorry. So... Now, I should also kind of explain another factor. Some monsters have a heavy weakness to certain items in this game. For example, Lagombi does not like noise, so making sonic bombs an optimal choice for a weapon, or I guess not an optimal, an optimal choice for an item just to bring with you because Lagombi doesn't like loud noises. Now, for those wondering about the name of my my Palico and Palamute, they're actually named off of some of my favorite monsters in the series, or rather, Elder Dragons in the series. Well, okay, well I can't say the Palamute is like his name is based on an Elder Dragon because this monster doesn't really have a category, and it's one of the only two that doesn't have a category. But still, I love it. I love the monster. To me, is if its adult form is an elder, that means the baby. That means this form of it's also an elder. Oh, these guys. Now, one thing I recommend doing is you're gonna try hard not to cut them up like that. No, get off. I need to get off because. I didn't know Lagombi was attacking me. And just to show what I mean by Lagombi not liking noise. That would be exactly what I mean. Now, Lagombi fights very similar to Azuros, but I will say this now. Lagombi is obviously a bit harder. Okay. Did that go through him? What happened? Yeah, Lagombi pretty much is a giant bunny bear thing, so... I believe its hit zones are the exact same as Azuros. Hi, Proudy, I see that you're playing. I see that you're playing a thing. Okay, are you gonna... Yes, you are gonna keep coming, okay. Yeah, this game pretty much runs perfectly. I get a few lag spikes every now and again, but that's about it. Now, if you guys see that meter there, I'm trying to charge that up so I can get that. My sword starts glowing. Ooh, Ice Blight. Now, Ice Blight can get annoying really quickly, but this isn't like the old Monster Hunter games like Generations, for example, where if someone who's using someone who could be using a bow mostly gets heavily screwed by both water and Ice Blight, and that's a mining thing, so I would like to take that because I never know how much ore I'm going to need in this game. Not close enough. Oh well. Now let me focus on the monster here. Oh, god damn it. I keep forgetting about that. I'm not even meaning to face backwards and that just happens to happen. Because that's influenced by directional input. I broke something. Oh, its ears are broken. And that time he just happened to move. No, Lagombi, come here. Now, doing wire bug moves can make monsters mountable or rideable a lot sooner. No. Okay. Now, the blue icon doesn't always have to show up for when it's ready for capture, but... yeah, my Palico told me it's ready for capture, so that means it's capturable. So yeah, pretty much capture targets. You don't have to kill them, but some materials are a lot easier to get from capturing monsters. Oh my god, that weapon's actually pretty big. How would this weapon work in real life, honestly? But yeah, that's the Lagombi. I'll take all of its stuff. Now we're gonna do the urgent quest. Long first episode for this game, but that's how I want it to be. Oh yeah, a little fun thing I can do. You can teleport around the villages. So, let's see. Acnosum. Now there's another monster I also fought earlier on. Now, Acnosum is actually a bit of an interesting fight. So pretty much every urgent quest is how you're gonna rank, is how your rank is gonna go upwards. Now this monster. This monster isn't exactly the hardest thing in the world to fight, but it's not exactly easy either. So, this ought to be fun. And I'm currently I'm being texted by people who are texting me right now. Which, for those who are texting me, I will answer once I'm done recording. Okay, fire lanterns, those are okay, I guess. Now, Acnosum, I'd like to have some of these, so actually, you know what? I'll drag you guys along with me for a bit, and then maybe in the next episode, like, I'll start cutting out until I'm actively at the monster. If I'm doing this with the boys, however, I'm gonna leave it all in because I think it would just be more fun to see what everyone's doing. Well, you'll be able to see what I'm doing, and then I think once I figure out how to like get the whole show different perspective things to work, I'll see if I can get them to show their perspective. Which will probably be on their channel when they do it, so who knows. But either way, Acnosum's right by Azuros, so this doesn't phase it much, but I want to pick it up. I'm also going to go back eventually. I'm going to head back down towards 4 because there's actually something else I want to pick up while I'm over there. Oh, that's fun. Okay, I guess I'm going that way anyway. Now, one thing that's slightly annoying about this whole factor is, well, if you want to get up on these places, you need to use a wire. Well, you kind of need to use a wire blade to start climbing these things, which gets annoying rather quickly. Okay, Zerus is coming this way. Eknosum is actually in an area where I kind of want him to be. Or where I want it to be, rather. Okay, get some more attack boost. Which the attack boost may not seem like it does much right away, but it actually does make a difference. I'm not here to fight you guys. Give me that snow beetle. This is for points, which is... I'm gonna... Okay, fine, I'm leaving. But I will take this just because that's needed. Now, pretty much you have the beetles for different blights. Well, almost. There's no blast beetle, I don't think. And if there is, I just haven't seen it yet. No. Oh, these guys. I want these guys. If you pick these guys up. If I can climb the right way, my god. If you pick those guys up, you get a bunch of points for it. So, I'm just gonna... Where are they? Fall on them. Because I actually do need to pick those up for a subquest. Then I think I'm ready for this. I'm just gonna get my... Actually, no, I'm gonna get the... I don't know if this monster... I know this monster I think has a slight resist to fire blight by memory, because that's how most fire monsters tend to be. Where are you fighting? Bro, we haven't even started yet. Like, come down and calm down. Actually, that's not gonna work here. Ice Beetle it is. Now this monster, starting off. Or he's not gonna roar, okay. So yeah, Ice Blight to monsters make them a lot slower. Meaning that they're not gonna get the shot to move around as much. I think I broke its head. No, Eknosum. This fight is a bit more than an average monster. I like this monster, honestly. But then again, this is another I have a lot of mixed feelings about this one. Okay, fine. What are you doing? Get down. Okay, well it's already retreating, that's fine. Now, why am I going this way, you may be asking? I'm coming over here because there's a mud beetle I want to grab. And then, oh. I didn't even know this was here. Perfect. So this should just take me up there, right? Oh, yeah, it does. Now, the camp up there... To get that other camp, you guys, what you need to do is that... usually what you're going to have to do is mostly... You're going to have to, like, go to that location. Like, just climb up to that location, and then kill a few monsters. Kill a few small monsters, and you'll get it. I'm kind of sad, like, it decided to leave as soon as I started getting a charge, but either way... Okay, now with the Fire Beetle on it, because Fire Blight kind of just does what you think Fire would do. Monsters with Fire Blight taking damage scare easily. I'm guessing this must mean they must stagger a lot easier too, so... Water Blight, to explain briefly... Okay, that's fun. Now, Thunder Blight, and I'm about to get hit, I think. Now, Thunder Blight makes it so it's easier to straight up knock the monster over. Like that. Come on, gimme. And then Water Blight just makes the monster softer. Ah, it jumped over me. What are you doing? What? I like how then it decides to charge up right as it dies. No, the tiers are just for a lot of points, which, quite frankly, I just see if you can get the tiers, pick them up. Either way, I took notice of. What just died? Where did you go? Gosh, is this a Rogri? That's a Rogri, yeah. Where did you guys find this? I didn't even know this was up here. Oh well. But yeah, what do you guys think of? Oh, okay. I just have to let go of everything else to do this. But yeah, how do you guys feel about me doing Monster Hunter Rise alongside Pokemon? Well, I might do this anyway, honestly, but Maverick 1989, if you're watching this, this is actually the game I was once telling you about. Not the exact Monster Hunter game, mind you, where I was telling you where I was getting owned by giant crabs. That would be Generations Ultimate, which eventually one of the two crabs will come to Rise when Sunbreak comes out. But yeah, either way, I guess they got a lot more stuff than I realized. But either or, I have 3-star quests now. But to say this much, that will mostly be just about it for this episode. So guys, hopefully on the next part of Monster Hunter Rise, we will continue the village quest to finish this. So that ought to be interesting. Oh, I should probably bring it up before I quit. This game is full of a lot of side quests. Now, would I say it's worth doing these side quests? Yes. I don't have any Malachite ore. Okay. But yeah, that's pretty much all this. That's pretty much that. You get a whole bunch of side quests you usually have. And, well, that's just about it. So guys, in the next episode of Monster Hunter Rise, we will continue raising through the ranks of this game. So, see you guys then. Bye-bye.